More than 1 in 3 women face at some point in their lives violence against them. This is almost 1 billion women around the world. I am Ede Ijjasz, Senior Director at the World Bank. For us, it's very important because it may seem like a private household matter, but in reality, the impact that it has in women and the impact that it has in girls is tremendous. A lot of the studies that we do are beginning to look at the impact of violence against women in the economic development and the poverty elimination in societies. So it's not only a social, tremendously difficult issue, but it also has very important economic consequences. One of the root causes of this violence is all about social norms. What are the expectations at communities and societies at large about how men and women behave in their households? As a man, you may have a lot of pressures to deliver and to provide for your family, but frustrations cannot be translated into violence against your intimate partner. A social norm where the children believe that this is the normal way to do, and therefore when they grow up, they can do the same to their wives, is a social norm that needs to be changed. A social norm where actually you drink as a man, and therefore it is okay for you to release your anger and frustration, has to be changed. The perception of women that they cannot be equal financial partners with their husbands then constrains their imagination and ability to develop as entrepreneurs and contribute even further to society. The girls begin to grow in an environment where they think that this is the normal way of being left behind. Working with men and boys in the activities that they do, for example, in sports, or raising the profile of this issue with some of the role models that they have. If these role models begin to say violence against women is no longer acceptable, then people start questioning why, what do we do? And then educational campaigns to say these are the consequences. Then these are messages that are coming not only to women, but also very importantly to men. We also need to work with men in order to be able for them to understand the implications of what they're doing. How do you bring the question of violence against women in projects that may not be on the face of them, there may not be a connection? So for example, when we are doing a metro in Brazil and we're helping finance, how do you improve lighting so that there's less of a risk of violence against women? How do we have in the metro stations a space for women to access services to support them in case they have faced violence against them? Many of the things that they need to do and that we need to run all around the city to do these things, they can be done now in the metro station. Part of what we do as a global institution is to test new ideas, do it in projects that may not have an apparent relation, and then see if it really works, if it has a serious impact and decreasing the violence against women, so that then we can show to other countries, it's been done here, it's been done there, why don't you look at it? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that power of information is what we want to bring to countries around the world. It's going to be a long road, but we need to start right away. We need to start to understanding the root causes. We need to bring that knowledge into investment program in infrastructure, in health, in education, in public services, so that they can also support the societal change of norms. And we also need to make sure that everybody is aware, not only women, but also men, not only girls, but also boys, about how this is no longer acceptable.